Right, so welcome back to another video on this channel. Welcome to another post-match reaction for the Premier League this weekend, and absolute mad scenes for literally the whole match, particularly towards the end, as Brighton hold Liverpool for a point at the Amex Stadium in a 1-1 draw. Now, firstly off the bat, I have to say I do think Liverpool were really hardly done by. I mean, I didn't actually see the penalty incident with Nico Williams fouling Aaron Connolly in the box, but obviously Neil Boba who went and missed that penalty. However, I did see the Salah incident for the goal that obviously was disallowed for Liverpool, and I have to say it was an absolute joke decision. I mean, VAR overall, I mean, Liverpool can't really feel hard done by because it gets given against a lot of teams, and these marginal offside decisions are just an absolute joke, and it needs to be fixed. Then obviously Liverpool did go and score Diogo Jota with a very nice finish into the bottom left corner, and then obviously all the drama that happened in the 93rd minute of the game when obviously Danny Welbeck went down in the box under the challenge of Robertson. And for me at first I didn't think it was a penalty whatsoever. I didn't think they'd actually give it because I don't really think it was a clear and obvious error, which is of course the reason VAR was brought in the first place, let's remember. But I have to be honest, I do think it is kind of, it's kind of a 50-50. I mean, I can see them given, but at the same time I do think it was really soft, and overall I do think Liverpool can feel very hard done by. But yeah, we're going to get straight into analysing this game properly now, but obviously before we do that I want to ask you guys quickly to subscribe to the channel. It costs you absolutely nothing, and we are looking to hit 750 subscribers as soon as we possibly can, so any subscription you guys do make would help us out massively. Also make sure to leave a like on the video as well. 10 to 15 likes would be hugely appreciated by myself, and yeah, let's get into analysing Brighton & Hove Albion 1, Liverpool 1. So we go on to Sofa Score. Now I just want to quickly admit I actually did miss the entirety of the first half because I was out, but judging by what I saw on social media and judging by the attack momentum and the statistics and stuff like that, I mean, if I go on to the first half statistics, Liverpool dominated heavily in terms of possession, but Brighton actually did hold themselves to their own and actually were creating quite a lot of chances going forward. It does look like Brighton were kind of playing to break Liverpool down on the counter-attack, and obviously this was a Liverpool defence really which didn't have as much pace. I mean, I know Nico Williams and Robertson, they have a relevant amount of pace, but obviously they join the attack, which means that they're going to get caught out as well. The likes of Fabinho, Nat Phillips, even Wijnaldum and Milner, like there's not really much pace in them, so I think that Brighton's plan mainly was to get the ball up to the likes of Connolly, Mopé, Trossard when he came on as well, and hopefully cause Liverpool some problems with their pace on the counter. If we look at the lineups, I was actually really shocked when I saw the Liverpool lineup. I mean, first of all, I was surprised that Nat Phillips was playing, Minamino, I was surprised that Mane was on the bench, I was surprised that Nico Williams was playing, who apparently had an absolute nightmare in the first half. I do think to a certain extent, I think Liverpool didn't pay enough respect to Brighton overall, because Brighton, let's be honest, are a tough enough team to play against, and I think they will finish around mid-table this season, and even when they've lost games this season, they have caused teams a lot of problems in doing so. So I think Liverpool didn't really pay as much respect to Brighton as they probably should have, and I think it came back to bite them in the end. I mean, obviously the likes of Sadio Mane came on when Liverpool knew that they actually were in a tough game here, but yeah, overall a really kind of indifferent game, because I do think Liverpool overall dominated in terms of possession. I mean, if you look at it there, 61 to 39% possession towards Liverpool, but Brighton, if you look at it, actually had the more chances. I mean, 11 shots to 6, 3 on target to 2, so it actually was a bit of an even enough game in terms of the fact that Liverpool dominated possession, but Brighton dominated in terms of chances created. Let's get into the actual players first though, and firstly I want to point out this man, Diogo Jota. I mean, when is he ever going to stop scoring? I mean, we just can't stop this guy. He's just been absolutely incredible since he came to Liverpool, and I think it was very not really obvious that he was going to do well at Liverpool, but obviously Jurgen Klopp saw something in him, and the same with this man Sadio Mane, who was on the bench. We'll scroll down to when he joined Liverpool for a fee of around £30 million. There was obviously massive question marks raised over whether he's actually good enough and whether he's actually worth that fee in the first place, but then we found out he fits into this Jurgen Klopp system absolutely perfectly, and I think that's the same story for Diogo Jota, who has just been absolutely on fire and just bagging in goals for fun since he's joined Liverpool from Wolves in the summer. Yeah, overall in terms of the Brighton team, I actually think they defended really well for the most part. I thought Ben White and Lewis Dunk were very solid. I thought Solly March was very good going forward as well. I think he's very much an underrated wing back in the league because he's very good going forward. This man again, Yves Bissouma, another absolutely brilliant performance from him. I think he's very composed on the ball. He sweeps up the danger very well when Liverpool are trying to break through the midfield of Brighton, and overall I think he covers a lot of ground as well. So yeah, a very good piece of business there from Brighton to sign him 2 years ago. Danny Welbeck as well, I actually want to talk about him. I thought he actually caused Liverpool a lot of problems. There was an instance in the second half, I think midway through or near to the end of it, I think, when Welbeck actually did cause some problems for Liverpool. He did very well to knock the ball away from Fabinho, and then the fake shot inside, he probably should have delivered it into the box. But yeah, overall I think Welbeck actually was very good, and one of the main danger points for Brighton going forward today. I mean, I think it was a really strange decision to take this man off, because from what I heard in the first half he was causing them quite a lot of problems. He did miss a very good chance, I heard as well, but he did win the penalty after that, and I thought Aaron Connolly before the game would be one of the, you know, the main assets that Brighton had going forward, especially with his pace. I mean, he's not the best natural finisher and he's not the most intelligent footballer, but he'll run his socks off. He's very quick, and obviously he caused Liverpool quite a few problems when he was on the pitch, so very confusing for me to take him off, especially when these Liverpool defenders were tiring. Also this man Nat Phillips as well, who's just completely come out of the dark since all these injuries occurred for Liverpool, and I thought he was very good as well, probably the best player in Liverpool's back four, and he actually looks like he's coming to his own in this team and was very, very commanding at centre-back. One thing I actually do want to say, and I think it's finally time we give Jordan Henderson some respect, because if you guys watch this channel enough, you will know I'm a massive fan of Jordan Henderson and think he absolutely changed the game when he came on for Liverpool. I mean, what he gives to this Liverpool team is just absolutely second to none. I mean, the first half, what I heard, Liverpool were erratic and Brighton were actually, you know, getting some chances away on them. But when Henderson came on, he calmed down the play, he's cool on the ball, he reads danger very well. He's a massive, massive leader in this Liverpool team. And overall, I think he's highly underrated to how this Liverpool team do operate. And Liverpool are a much worse team without Henderson in this team. But if we move on to the league table, I mean, it gives Tottenham and Chelsea massive incentive to actually win that game on Sunday, because they know if they do win that game now, they will go top of the league. And actually, if Spurs do draw, they do go top of the league still. But yeah, massive points dropped for Liverpool in terms of the fact that Spurs and Chelsea, and even the likes of, you know, maybe Leicester, City, even United as well, in the title race, it has really opened it up a bit, because there is signs that Liverpool are gettable. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did get massively hard done by in this game, but even still, cracks are starting to appear in this Liverpool team, and I don't think that they'll be as good going through the Christmas period, simply because of the squad depth that they now lack with all the injuries, and it's not really their fault in fairness, but overall I do think Liverpool will drop some points over Christmas where they perhaps wouldn't do if they had a full squad. So it really does open up the title race a lot, and I'm really looking forward to that game on Sunday. As a Chelsea fan, I'm extremely nervous, but if we do win this, I think I would consider us very much title contenders, and it would obviously send a resounding message to the rest of the league after this Liverpool result. Another game that VAR grabs the headlines of, and obviously there's no surprises that VAR will be in the headlines when this game comes into talking points next week. But yeah, that's going to bring us to the end of this video now. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like on the video. As I said, 10 to 15 likes on the video would be massively appreciated. But yeah, also make sure to subscribe to the channel. As I said at the start of this video as well, we are looking to hit 750 subscribers as soon as we possibly can. So any subscription you guys do make would mean the absolute world to me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.